Today's topic is stereoisomerism. So what are isomers? So these are the compounds which are having same molecular formula but they differ in physical and chemical properties. The particular phenomenon is called isomerism. Coming to the types of isomers. There are two types of isomers. First one structural isomers and second one stereoisomers. Coming to the structural isomers, they differ only in their structure. Coming to the subtypes, they are chain isomers, position isomers, functional isomers, metamers and tautomers, which we have discussed already in your last sem. Coming to the second type, stereoisomers. So these are the isomers which are differ in arrangement of atoms in space. That means the structure will be same but the arrangement of atoms will be differ. The stereoisomers are of two types, configurational isomers and conformational isomers. So these are the isomers which can be interconverted just by rotation around a single bond. They are called as conformational isomers. Coming to the second type, configurational isomers. The isomers which cannot be converted into one another by rotation around the single bond. That means they are static in nature. We can't convert one isomer to another isomer in this particular configurational isomers. So configurational isomers are of two types, geometrical isomers and optical isomers. First one, geometrical isomers. The isomers which cannot be rotated due to the presence of CC double bond. That means if the double bond is present, the rotation around that particular single bond will be restricted. These are called as geometrical isomers. Coming to the second type, optical isomers. The isomers which rotate the plane polarized light in opposite direction. Coming to the types of optical isomers. These are of two types, enantiomers and diastereomers. First one, enantiomers, which we can call as optical isomers with their mirror images, or you can say non-superimposable mirror images. They are mirror images but we cannot superimpose them. Coming to the diastereomers, these are the optical isomers which are non-mirror images, or in other words we can say that they are not mirror images as well as we cannot superimpose one over the other. Optical isomerism. In order to know this term, first we should know about our optical activity. The isomers which can able to rotate the plane polarized light to right, then we will give that particular isomer as plus sign. We can call it as dextrorotatory. So what is mean by rotation to right? We can call it as clockwise direction. When the isomer is rotating around clockwise direction, then you will give the sign as plus. So when it is rotating to left, then we will call levorotatory, minus sign. So the direction will be anti-clockwise. The equimolar mixture of both plus and minus isomers is called as racemic mixture. Coming to the properties, optical isomers have same physical properties and specific rotation, but they differ in sign. That means the degrees at which it is rotating to left or right will be same, but the difference will be there only in the sign. Coming to the example of optical isomers, lactic acid, 3 carbon containing acid where the carbon is a chiral carbon. That means all the 4 groups are different. You can see all the 4 groups are different. If you are placing a mirror, you will get a mirror image. So the hydroxyl group where we can see it is on the left, then you will call this compound as minus lactic acid. When this hydroxyl group is present on right side, then we are saying this compound as plus lactic acid. Next one, the compounds which can able to rotate the plane polarized light are called optically active compound. That means they have the ability to rotate that particular plane polarized light. The property is called optical activity. Let us understand the term optical activity. If you are taking a lamp where the light is traveling in all the directions and we are placing a Nicol prism. So by this we are getting a single direction containing light called polarized light. So when you are placing a solution which is optically active, then the polarized light direction will be changed, or we can see the rotation around this polarized light, which we are calling it as observed rotation. So this observed rotation we got only due to the presence of this optically active solution. So this property is called optical activity. We can measure this optical activity by polarimeter. There is another specific term called as specific rotation. The rotation produced by a solution of length 10 centimeters and unit concentration, which is 1 gram per ml for the given wavelength of light at given temperature. So this specific rotation is denoted by alpha within square brackets T to D. We can calculate this particular specific rotation by this formula: 100 into observed rotation by L into C, length of the cube and the concentration of the solution. What is a chiral carbon atom or asymmetric carbon atom? The carbon which is bonded to 4 different groups is called a chiral carbon atom. For example, this is the structure of lactic acid where this carbon is having 4 different groups. One is acid, alcohol, alkane, particularly methyl, hydrogen. So the center carbon is having all the 4 different groups. So this carbon is said to be a chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon atom. So we will indicate this carbon with a asterisk symbol, which will tell that this carbon is a chiral carbon atom. Coming to the next topic, enantiomers. Enantiomers are the optical isomers that are mirror images. Optical isomers means it should contain at least one chiral carbon atom and it should produce mirror images. So enantiomers are called as optical isomers that are mirror images. In other words, you can also say that non-superimposable mirror images. Here I am taking the isomers of lactic acid. This is the chiral carbon. This is one isomer of lactic acid. If you are placing a mirror, we are getting a mirror image. So both are mirror images. So if you want to superimpose this molecule on this molecule, it will not superimpose, as this hydrogen will take the place of hydroxyl and this hydrogen will take the place of this hydroxyl group. Coming to the properties of enantiomers. These enantiomers are stable. They differ only in spatial arrangement. They cannot be interconverted under ordinary conditions, but they have same melting point, density, solubility, color and reactivity towards acids and bases. The difference is only in the direction of rotation, on which direction it is rotating. Diastereomers. Diastereomers are optical isomers that are not mirror images. That means we can also say that non-superimposable non-mirror images are called as diastereomers. I am taking the example of 3-bromo-2-butanol. 3-bromo-2-butanol. So here in this particular example we are having 2 chiral carbons. In between carbons are 2 chiral carbons where each carbon is surrounded with 4 different groups. If we are placing a mirror, we are getting one mirror image. So this particular pair is called as enantiomer. There is another type of arrangement of same compound, but both the functional groups are present on same side. So if you are placing another mirror, you will get another mirror image. So all the 4 are optical isomers of the same compound, but A and B are enantiomers and C and D are enantiomers. So what about diastereomers? As I said before, these are non-superimposable non-mirror images. For suppose if you are taking the compound A and compound C, both are non-superimposable and non-mirror images. This pair is called diastereomer. Another pair is A and D. Next pair B and C. Last one B and D. So all these AC, BD, BC and AD pairs are all called as diastereomers, whereas A and B is an enantiomer, C and D is another enantiomer. Coming to the properties of diastereomers. If you are saying enantiomers, they are all similar and same properties, but here for diastereomers all properties will be different. Meso compounds. The compounds with 2 or more asymmetric carbon atoms but also having plane of symmetry. So coming to enantiomers, there we have taken one example where we placed a mirror side of it. We got a mirror image, but here we are not placing any mirror. We are just keeping a plane of symmetry. That means if we are dividing this molecule into 2 parts, we are getting 2 equal halves. So where we are placing that plane of symmetry? In between 2 chiral carbon atoms. So if you are getting the similar halves, then we will call this compound as meso compound.